Though, why are two England players having to isolate when the rest of Scotland's squad aren't? Also, a national scandal, how poor white children have been let down and left behind for decades. Hello and welcome to 5 News. I'm Sian Williams. It is crunch time in the Euros. In just under 3 hours, Scotland will play for their place in the knockout stages in a must-win game against Croatia. At the same time, England, while already through, will determine their position in the group against the Czech Republic. If there's drama to be had on the pitch, though, there's plenty happening off it. A positive COVID test for Billy Gilmour means he's out of Scotland's game. And it's forced 2 other players to self-isolate too, not for Scotland, but for England. Lots to discuss, lots at stake. We're live at both games. In a moment, we'll speak to Simon Vigar, who joins us from Wembley. First, though, to Alan Jenkins, who joins us from Glasgow. Huge game for Scotland, and they're without one of their key players. Simon Vigar. Simon, there is a lot of confusion about these England players having to self-isolate. Tell us a bit more about that. Indeed, and Simon, we know England are through. Tonight's result is still important, though, isn't it? Let's quickly bring you the UK-wide COVID figures for today. The government has reported rising, but they're not out of control, and that's guiding the leaders when it comes to levels of restrictions. Today, Nicola Sturgeon announced the dates for Scotland's roadmap out of lockdown. As expected, the next easing of restrictions for most areas won't happen until the 19th of July, but there was also a date for the final lifting of all legal rules. So let's get the details, because our chief correspondent, what Nicola Sturgeon said today.
Well, you'll remember easing had been planned for next week.
Thank you. White working-class children in England are falling behind their peers at almost every stage of education. That's according to a committee of MPs. Its report points out they're among the least likely to pass English and Maths GCSEs and the least likely to go to university. They say muddled government thinking is part of the problem. Ministers disagree. Peter Lane has been hearing the experiences of pupils at a school in Sheffield. Coming up on 5 News. We'll see you after the break. And it was postponed. Let's speak now to our political editor, Andy Bell, who joins us from Westminster. Andy, why didn't it go ahead?
Well,
Finally, last week, Jacqueline died. Here she is, received 2 medals for her service in the Royal Navy. And it was a very happy occasion, well-deserved too. You could say it was rather overdue as well. You see, it was also Jacqueline's 100th birthday, and the medals were for her role in World War II. Catherine Nash went to meet her. For now, Claire Nazir has the weather for you next. Claudia Eliza is back in an hour with 5 News Tonight and more build-up to those 2 key Scotland and England games. Whoever you're supporting, good luck. I'll see you again tomorrow at 5. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.